everybody. Welcome. I just had to put down the first video that I did because my dumbass didn't look at it before I posted it and didn't see that none of the stuff that I was trying to do or show actually showed up. So here we go. I want you guys to just focus on Harry Maguire, obviously. So this is the second goal from Brentford. Harry Maguire, Diogo Dalot, De Ligt. You got their left wing and striker, right? Okay, so we clearly see that Diogo Dalot has been beat, right? This guy is behind him. So now Diogo Dalot is starting to do what any... Honestly, bro, I guess this could almost be put on both of these two silly guys. It could even possibly start here with this one, right? But it's a bit weird that he's already trying to make this run into the middle when he's fast enough to probably be able to do this. I actually hadn't thought about that before. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna focus a little bit more on this guy right now, but just take a look at how Harry Maguire unfortunately never leaves this area. So let's say that Dalot he's making this run, right, to get into the middle to back up him because he's got to make this run to cover for him, right? I think he's starting that too early. This doesn't really look that bad to me. So now we're here, right? We're at this part of the process, and you can see that obviously at this point, right, Diogo Dalot is extremely far from this guy, right? So De Ligt is doing his job. Diogo Dalot, like I mentioned, is continuing to make his way into the middle of the field. And really at this point at least, I mean, look at this. At this point at least, Harry Maguire should start to at least be right here, right? Like right here on just this side of this line right here, right? But as we continue on, we see that these two beautiful guys are holding hands. Harry Maguire here, right, has still yet to cross this beautiful line here as a center back. Now for me, a center back is always supposed to cover the right back or right center back. I don't know if I need to explain that to you guys, right? But from, like I said before, he should have already been like in this area. Now he should really be around here. He should be around there, right? So if he were, right, if he would have done what he was, if he would have been on this side of this green area, which is what I'm telling you guys, this is just the stuff that I don't understand, because this is just footy 101. This is not something that the manager told him. This is not anything but just low IQ football. Like just players that were here before Amorim came here, that have been here for a long time, that have continued to just slide by and continue to slide and be here and have managers get fired before them. It is absolute ridiculous that there's so many players that are still here and there's been 4 managers since Oli. Think about that. There's players here since Oli that have seen 4 different managers, but somehow it's always the manager's fault. Crazy business. Okay, this guy should be right here, because this guy, look at where he takes this touch. This guy doesn't touch this ball again until right freaking here, bro. So if this smart guy, who literally has the right wing back covering his position. They're both freaking standing right there, bro. If he's right here where he could have been, once this guy takes this freaking touch, it is so easy to just. It is so easy to do that, man. It really is, bro. But let's continue the clip. Okay, my man Harry Maguire don't want to. No, sir. No way. He don't want to do that. He don't want to fucking cover his man. No. No. Not yet. No, not yet. Just wants to fucking be right next to Diogo Dalot. But it's the manager. Somehow, some way, the manager who never purchased these two goofballs here, it's his fault for this type of fucking play, bro. These two. Somehow it's the manager's fault. This guy's actually, Dalot is actually in a position where he's covering this. He's covering this spot. He should have already been going this way. It's just absolutely ridiculous, bro. He's even gotten farther from this freaking line than he was when he started. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. And then, at this point right here, bro, because at this point, you're still not in the worst situation. You are not going to get here in time, bro. He's not. His first like 3 to 5 steps are not fast, so you're not catching up to this guy, to this spot right here. At this point here, you should be starting to make your way this way, where you're gonna block the cross into this way, because the lit is trailing the play, so he's heading right here. So if this guy gets to here and tries to stop the ball, which is gonna be hard because his momentum is coming here, so he could stop it, but his momentum will carry him past the ball a little, and then he would have to go back to it, all in time where the lit would be able to take that ball from him. And then we look at the very next play, and here is good old Harry Maguire, still in the same fucking position where he could have been here now. He could have been right here at this point instead of being right here, where he's late. He's never getting to this freaking cross. He's late. There's no point of you being here. At this point, you should be here. Where this ball comes in, you can freaking block it, bro. Because, like I said, if this guy right here tries to stop that ball, his momentum will carry him to at least right here, bro. In which point he'll have to go back to the ball, in which point the lit would have gotten to it. Also, this guy being so freaking focused over here instead of like on this. Fucking dumbasses, bro. Just low IQ footballers, bro. And this is the manager's fault. It's ridiculous that you guys really think that. Here's the second goal, and I have to go to this clip first because I messed up the clip order. So here you have their player looking up to see where the ball is going. You guys telling me that the tactics are the reason we're losing? Okay, one player on our side, on their side of the field, 2 players, 3 players, and once we go a couple clips, you'll see that the lit was definitely on this side of the field. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the lit players back against 1, 2, 3, you could say, right? Okay. You're saying to yourself, yeah, that's the tactics. It's definitely the manager's fault. Like, how could he set these guys up like this, where they're positively have more people, just whatever. Okay, so just look at where Harry Maguire starts. At this point right here, guys, at this point right here, he should be stepping up, because this guy is starting a run that is like this. That he is starting a run like this, but he is already past our half. He would have had to run like this, like backwards, right? So he would have had to make a run like this for him to stay on sides if this guy makes this pass and he steps. Because right now, he's making a run that's on our side of the field like this. That's his run. Look, just a quick turn, right? So we go to the next clip. Look at this. This guy is getting ready to kick the ball, and you are this far behind the player as Harry Maguire. You're that far behind the player. He's already gonna kick the ball. At this point, you have to fucking go. There's no stepping up. This is way too late. This guy is about to kick this ball. At this point, because Luke is on our side of the field, Ugarte is on our side of the field, and like I said, you'll see that the lit is on their side of the field. You cannot step up. You have to go. If the lit was here and he was making a run, he could maybe, like, I guess, come back and defend against this. But at this point, it is way too late for you to step forward. This is player decisions. This is not managerial decisions, bro. These are plays that are happening by the players that are here. And Maguire had to start this game because they had a throw-in that was 30 yards. That inside of 30 yards in our half, they were able to put a ball into our like 6-yard box and try to head the ball in. We needed a big target. We needed a big defender. And him and De Ligt really handled those pretty well. Like, there was a couple little, but it wasn't like a crazy thing. So he definitely should have been in this game, just for his height. But the problem is that this is the kind of players that Amorim has to his disposal. He has this guy in his disposal. He has nobody else that's big like him to play in this position so that him and De Ligt can play. Yoro, he would get bodied against this guy. This guy right here would body Lenny. Like the whole time. Like, I'm sorry, I love Lenny. He's a fucking fantastic young player, but he would body him. And then we go to the clip right here, bro. This is why you can't step, because you have this guy who's still on their side of the field, the lit who's still on their side of the field, Ugarte who's still on their side of the field. How is this right here fucking tactics, bro? How is this right here a fact that somehow this is Amorim's fault? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 players against fucking 1 player, bro. You have this doofus here who is just deciding to make the worst decisions possible. Like, this is where he started the play. This position right here is where he started the play. But he somehow went back and then forward. What are we doing, bro? Because at the start of this play, guys, if he just steps forward, right, and he has to, let's say, stay here kind of standing still until he kicks it, then it's a race that this guy might be able to, because he would have not been full speed at this point, right? He would have been like back here a little bit, and then they would have been like here and here probably. They might have a chance to get back, okay? But from here, where you're standing like this, and this guy is already running this way, bro, you have no chance. This is why he had to have already been running back, because you played this so freaking horrendously, bro. There's nothing to do with the tactics here. There's nothing to do with the manager here. That's all right there on Harry Maguire, bro. And then we go here to this part right here, to this play. Bro, this is right before they came back towards us, right? So you're Dalot, you're going forward. Okay, you just won the ball here. Everybody's starting to push forward, right? You have Dorgu starting to push forward, Cunha forward. You're going to have our midfielders running forward and everything, right? So much space in front of him. Nobody bothering him. Pass here. Sesko's making a good run here to take this defender away. Cunha has a man trailing him, taking the perfect channel. And this guy here, this brilliant player that continues to make these horrendous decisions when we are doing this exact thing, like breaking. Every time that he's in this position, he makes a horrendous pass. Every single time. Every single time. Their first goal shouldn't even happen, because this should never happen. He starts going this way. Why? Why do you start shading your body this way? What is the point? Because now you're allowing this guy to start fading a little bit that way. Instead of you just pushing into this space right here, just straight, right? Because you could just push into this position straight instead of how his body is fading that way. You have to understand that these little things are the IQ things. These little things are the things that really show you if anybody can really play the position. And we cannot have these type of players at Manchester United. Ruben Amorim has not had enough time to completely overhaul this team. There has been too many players that have been here for too many managers that should not be here, bro. Dalot is one of them, 1000%, bro. He should not be fading this way. He should be running straight, because now he would have to stay going this way. And now this is an easier pass than now that when he gets into this area, if this person is here and he's here and he's making this run, this pass will be easier than if this guy starts to fade that way. Because then now these two guys are kind of doing this and this space is just gone. It's gone. And you'll see in a second why that ends up happening. Look, this is the point where he goes to make a pass. His body is facing here. He is coming across to try to play this ball. This is just low IQ football. Because if he was just running straight, this pass here isn't as difficult. If you're facing this way, hitting this pass is more difficult because you gotta chop at the ball a little bit. If you play footy, you know that you start running, right? Let's say Cunha's running with the ball here, and let's say I guess Sesko is running with the ball this way and Cunha's making this run. If Sesko wanted to pass this ball here, he would chop it a little, you're facing one way, you just do a little chop so that the ball can get to the player. But there's no reason for him to have to do that here. Look at where Cunha is at this point of the play, right? So when he receives this pass, right, he should realistically be around here, going towards goal, right? That's really where he should be. And if we play just one more second, he is having to slow down because this ball is just bad. Look at Sesko. He's literally having to slow down so much and turn completely around because the ball went from here to here, bro. Actually, hold on. Let me see something because I want to see. Okay, Dalot is literally just on the edge of this part right here. And I think once the ball has moved, it's here. So this ball went to right here only, when this ball should have been here. This pass, he should have waited just a little bit more. You wait until about right here with that ball, and this guy maybe tries to step, because Sesko is literally clearing the space, bro. This guy has to go with Sesko into this run. So if he takes just a slight another touch, this space right here for Cunha would be open. But he decides to play the ball kind of not really looking, because now you're facing the other way, which is just a dumb decision. And then you see that in the next play, Cunha is getting the ball from here to here when that ball should have been in the space, bro. Look at where Cunha is right here. He's having to slow down to wait for this ball. Sesko's literally having to turn back around. And then this guy gets a chance to make a play on the ball. He gets a chance to literally tackle the ball, when this ball should be out here and Cunha should be here. Look at where Collins is if Cunha gets the ball there. Cunha is scoring right there. If it's a solid pass, bro. If it's a better freaking decision. Look at where Sesko brought these two players, bro. Cunha is literally running on this side by himself if he plays him a better pass, man. This is just horrendous play by the players we have. And unfortunately for Amorim, today he couldn't pick anybody but Diogo Dalot. Right? Because Amad is not here. And Mazraoui, unfortunately, he had to go, with his family. Ahmad did him as Rawi got hurt, and he's not gonna be here for another 2 games. So I pray that Ahmad comes back for next game, because I cannot see Dallo on this field anymore, bro. And you guys, as Manchester United fans, you guys have to stop being so narrow-minded and allowing the media to just make you so narrow-minded. You're sitting there just listen to the media say that it's the manager's fault, and you just say manager's fault, manager's fault. I look at these United pages, and hardly any of them really show anything that shows me that it's the coach's tactics, because this is absolutely horrendous, bro. These plays are horrendous by our team, and I kind of want to, just because I'll have some time, I kind of want to go back in some of the games and see other things that I can point out, because honestly, it's so narrow-minded by our fans to think that it's just the manager, man, because it really is not, man. Just look at a little bit of this and tell me that it's all on the manager. You can't, man. You cannot.